Good evening, friends, and welcome back to Dark Augment. How is everyone doing today? Grippy, I'll go ahead and start with you.
I'm doing great, man. Stopped raining. My house didn't flood like some other people. I don't know if you've heard about the weather that we had down here. Pretty freaking insane. Never get rain like that, but it's all sunny now. It's pretty good.
Well, that's incredible to hear, actually. Yeah, I know weather's been incredibly rough lately. Let's see, we'll go ahead and go on to Wrangler. How's everything going in Massachusetts, Wrangler?
I'm not in Massachusetts. I'm in Connecticut, but
Well, I just got
is
that.
it really that much difference? I'm 20 minutes from the border.
He's just upset he didn't get his clam chowder.
Shitty East Coast.
No, actually, I'm quite happy. All the snow's gone. We might be getting more tomorrow, but right for the moment, it's gone.
Yeah,
You're in the land of Florida. It's been rain, and more rain.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice for you, Otter. In my area, it's been sun, sweat, and burning.
Don't you guys live like 4 seconds away from each other? How is it different?
It's a burning hellhole where I'm at, and Otter gets to soak up all the water. Fucking prick.
All right.
And the fish.
And the fish. And the clams. Kahuna, how are you doing?
I'm locked and loaded, son. Ready to go. Ready to teach these hombres how to kick it. You know what I'm saying, brother?
He learned from the best. Remember that, Roomba.
I wouldn't know how to
You learned
cock
from
a
Batman?
shotgun with two hands the way I do without Johnny there.
Oh, I see that there's graffiti being written about me on screen.
That is not me.
Gee whiz, wonder who it is.
Yeah, I wonder who.
I don't know.
All right.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Nikolai, how is everything going this evening, good sir?
Oh, pretty good. I played a lot of Pal World. I'm tired as fuck. And I met Kikuman on Monday. It was
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Oh, cool.
That's cool,
Nice. Nice.
A
Yeah.
little meetup. He was sent for a week to Germany and he wasn't too far away.
Perfect.
Yeah, he got to meet what's his face? Neutron Boar a while back when he was traveling again as well.
What? That's sick.
I know. Well, he's an international man. Of course he would know people.
Kikomon is
International man of soy.
international man of mystery and soy.
It is my personal theory that he funds a drink with crazy.
Well, that's not a theory. We have proof.
It's
There is verifiable proof.
Like he'll
for
come
that.
in occasionally with the big donations, and I'm like one of the like sleeper agents. He's just like giving $1 at a time, kind of thing.
Yep.
I'm too poor to fund anything.
You know what I like to send? Oh, crap. I was going to put a 420 on the screen for Otter, but I can't do that.
No, there's too much graffiti going on right now. I wouldn't advise it.
Well, this
Alright.
is a war. I'm
I
trying.
was talking about a super chat.
Billy Bob Sack, how are you doing this evening, my good sir? And stop writing all these insults about me.
I'm not writing
There's no
shit.
proof. These are just accusations.
Yeah, there's no proof. That's not even my handwriting.
But hey, that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
Oh wait, this is Otter Channel. It's just
Oh,
a
wait,
theory.
we're just getting
a gay
started.
theory.
How are you, good sir?
Quack.
Yep, sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
He's
All
addicted
right.
to quack.
Stormcrow, how is everything going, my good grimdark sir?
Things have been going well so far. I'm still recovering from throwing my hip on the last mission, but things are looking up so far. And hopefully no meat sack will get in my way of becoming the ultimate Omnisaya of the universe. But that's just a theory.
Yeah, just a theory. But anyway, in the realm of fact, Johnny's life seems to be turning more for the positive lately. Hopefully the upward trend shall continue. And last but not least, Rondo. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Doing well. Got some good news. I got Got a job interview coming up in a couple of weeks, and if I get it, it's going to be life changing. So super
hell
happy
yeah.
about that.
Heck
Sweet.
yeah, man.
Good news.
Congratulations, man.
I'm
Oh,
ready for
thank
you,
you.
man. You know, high five and fist.
High five and fist.
That sounded weirder in my head.
Oh boy. So just a note for everyone in the chat. I'm honestly gonna have to get Billy Bob Sack or someone to be a moderator here. But while we're running the game, I'm not going to be able to answer any chats, unfortunately. We'll try and see what we can answer it either during the game or afterwards. We'll figure it out as we go. But anyways, with that said, I think it's about time we all started playing. If that's cool with everyone.
Let's do this.
Super
Yeah.
All right.
Nah.
Well,
Let's do it.
last time in Dark Augment, you all had pretty much returned to normal everyday life within the eternal night city, essentially, Nexus City. As you pretty much met within Mama Lisa's diner, pretty much taking on a new contract to escort this gigantic mech robot throughout the city. And as you spoke more with these mechanics and engineers of a mega corporation going by the name of Summit Inc., you learned that this was very much like an experimental model, pretty much taking them throughout the city. And people like Johnny and Ricochet kind of taught the robot a few things about sort of like how gray morality can be sometimes, as well as how to have more of kind of like a moral compass when dealing with regular everyday people.
And
This-
Roompa helped out a lot actually too with that.
Rumpa did too. This eventually culminated in you all getting into a street scuffle with some gang members, along with a particular gang called the Fourth Protocol, where some pretty chaotic events ensued with pretty much a massive amount of gang members swarming around you, along with cattle prods, giant weapons that shall remain unnamed,
They know
before
what it
everything
is.
eventually solved itself. Oh, and explosives. Lots and lots of explosives. But with that, you all were able to pretty well complete your mission, turn in pretty much like your job, and get paid for that pretty handsomely, I might add. Since then, 3 days have passed. Each of you can mark off 3 days worth of living off your character sheets. So for most of you, that's 300 credits. And
Man.
for Johnny, that would be 600 credits.
Fuck. All right, 1 minute.
So at this point, it's pretty well the end of a job. You all are just starting to kind of like acclimate to life after pretty much dealing with the giant mech havoc. And it seems like each of you all has different plans. So I'll just kind of like start going down the list of everybody here, see what their overall plan is, because it sounds like there's a few things in mind. So Richard, what is Richard wanting to do 3 days after your last mission?
Well, Richard is currently at the Death Races gambling, and he got a lead about some sort of a haunted apartment at his little detective skills are tingling. You know, his detective sense is tingling. He wants to go investigate the place. Because maybe it's not haunted. Maybe it's just some bums in there that need to be evicted. You know, squatters.
Well, anyway, it seems like more than a few things are afoot with this Winnow Apartments, as you've heard them called. Rumor is that they're haunted, but you kind of get the sense that something more might be going on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
But currently,
Ricochet.
And more importantly, there's an augmentation.
You go.
What is Ricochet planning on doing?
Honestly, not sure at the moment. Spent the last few days just kind of getting things ready for a next job, but don't quite yet have a next job.
Yeah, and I know for a fact that this is a job that's pretty well been orchestrated between Ricochet and Foxy. So as we kind of go further down the list, we'll we'll get into that here in just a little bit anyway. All right. Rumpa. What is Rumpa wanting to do right now? So a few of the things we had kind of mentioned is possibly gambling at the death races. There is also Winnow Apartments. There's looking a bit more into the Coyote Desperados gang with what's going on with them at the moment. What is Rumpa feeling like he wants to do?
Well, seeing as I'm part of the gang, I don't really want to investigate, you know, Holmes? So I was thinking I would go gambling. I in 3 days got addicted to some pretty harrowing substances, and then went to rehab on the second day. I'm already recovered. Alas, I want to spend some money and gamble. Possibly
All right.
race.
All right. So it sounds like Richard is heading off to Winnow Apartments. Rumpa is going to the Death Race Arena. And let's see,
Cross
Luther.
bets.
Uh-oh. And Luther just left, apparently.
Oh no.
Hold up.
He's back.
And he's back.
Oh, sorry. Luther, I don't know yet. Maybe he is joining Foxy if he needs his help, if he asks for it. And if not, he is interested in those apartments. He has heard rumors about a haunted place, and he knows that such rumors are often seeded to keep people away from interesting places.
Okay. All right. And next up, we'll go with Foxy. What is Foxy doing at the moment?
Convening with Frequency to, not Frequency, Ricochet to meet at the Coyote Desperados hideout.
Okay. And where would you say in the city that this is going on? Is
Also,
it near
there-
Foxy's
there-
apartment?
I have no reason to think that they're doing this, do I?
No. You've heard no mention of this at all.
Okay, good.
He's like, good, I don't want to know.
Meet up where, I guess, where's the closest to the gang hideout, but that's not near it?
That would be in Street Side.
Yeah, meet up there.
Okay.
Yep.
And let's see, Nails. Nails, what are you wanting to do today in Nexus City?
Oh, today Nexus City, or are we talking about downtown activities?
So you pretty much have a number of quests that you can choose from. It sounds like several people are wanting to investigate the apartments. A few others are trying to look into the gang activity with what's going on with the Coyote Desperados, and a few are just gambling on death races.
Oh, Nails has been out and about. He's been trying to get, he's been trying to expand the brand of Belphegor while he's been out. So he's just ready for anything and whatever people are really wanting to do. But for the past few days, he got a mission from God to help save an orphanage. So he had to put on a show and spend around $10,000 in order to save the orphanage, and then from all the money that he got from the show, that he had to use that money in order to make sure he doesn't go to jail. So he's kind of just here now.
It's been a
What?
pretty busy past 3 days for Nails, actually. Robots were only...
Sounds like you need a job that pays well real quick.
Actually, no. That was some reserve money that he had stashed away. But I mean, more money is always better.
Also, I gave up my addiction at his show. It was a good motivation.
So, just an FYI for Nails, if Nails wants to keep playing during this session, there are some mechanics I can use to actually make that a bit more engaging. Just letting you know if that's something you want to do this session. But with that, all that said and done, Stormcrow, what is Johnny Come Lately wanting to do?
Johnny Come Lately has been spending time investigating each of the party members that he has come to know. Specifically, Lucer Jones, Foxy Shalar, Ricochet, and Richard B. Bigger. And he has been keeping in touch with the contacts that he hasn't revealed yet to maybe Roomba, but only he would know in passing mention. and getting more upgrades and simply just trying to get a bearing of the situation. If anyone, either Roompa, Richard, or Nails, anyone invites him to a job, he will consider the options and he will go to them. But for now, he has been solo for the moment.
Okay. All right. And last up, Luther. Oh wait, no, we went ahead and asked Luther what's going on. So I'll say for today, you all are pretty much like starting out in your apartments, pretty much kind of like pretty well getting out for the day, heading out into the streets. We'll go ahead and we'll start with you, Rumpa. So is it just Rumpa who's going to the death races, or is Richard already there?
Richard's already there gambling. That's how he's starting his day.
Okay.
Richard's probably sleeping on a cot there by now.
He may have been there all night. You don't know.
So yeah, Rumpa, you're pretty much just heading out along the streets, and you eventually make it to Death Race Arena 4, one of the more notable locations within Nexus City. And they're just kind of like circling this massive stadium area where death races are happening pretty much as you speak. There are even some stands open for those who want to sign a contract with a mega corporation and actually race themselves. You find in a small little corner is Richard B. Bigger, just kind of like huddled up, pretty much like sleeping more or less like a homeless bum.
Hey,
Really,
Mr.
Tim?
D, how you doing? Wake up, hombre, it's daytime. Andale.
Who's there? Roompa? Roompa's
Yes,
that you?
it's me.
What are you doing here? Why are you waking me up? I was freaking sleeping there.
You're on a public bench, you homeless, wonderful, beautiful man.
Thanks, and yeah, what's the matter with sleeping on the public bench? I do it all the time.
You look like a bum.
Yeah, well, that's the trick. That's just a look, huh?
Oh, well, you're succeeding. Really, really well. Like better than any I've ever seen.
Hey, is a race about to start? I need to go make a gamble. I need to make a bet real quick.
Absolutely, I'll join you. Surely you have a lot of experience gambling, so you can advise me wisely.
Oh yeah, I know the tricks. I know how it is. Come
Oh,
follow
you must
me.
be
I'll
rolling
teach you.
in dope, hombre.
So Richard's gonna go to the kiosk for a gamble.
Okay.
And I will
Uh,
annoyingly follow, talking the entire time.
Okay.
Yes.
At the front of the desk is pretty well this cyborg woman. Very much just kind of like prim and proper. Just kind of like with long flowing blonde hair. She addresses you in kind. She's like, "Hello, sir. Would you like to place a bet with us today?"
Yeah. Tell me the odds of the racers.
Yes. So we have different tiers of races here. The higher your bet, the more difficult that the race will be. But whatever you end up winning, you win twice back whatever you end up betting.
All right. Can I make two bets?
Why, certainly.
I want to do 10,000 on one of the high-end races.
Oh boy.
Top
Wow,
tier.
with that kind of money, you surely must have paid off my people, right?
She ends up punching into
totally did that.
punching into a computer at her desk, and she's like, "Oh, I see, a bet of 10,000. That will be for one of the races with 8 racers."
And then we're gonna bet 5,000 on a low tier.
She punches in another one. She's like, "All right, that will be a race for 6 racers."
And yeah, that's gonna do it.
She just kind of looks at you, and she just go ahead and make me a gambling roll for. Yeah, go ahead and make me a gambling roll for both of those.
What do you do? How do you
do
gamble?
it.
Like, what's a gambling roll?
Gambling should be a skill, I believe.
Oh, did Roompa place his bets?
No, not yet. I go up to the lady.
Woo!
So that's let's say that's for the Was that one race? Yeah, it's for the 8 racers.
For the 8 racers? Okay.
Yeah, and then we do one for the 6. We'll just go in order. 2 races. on that
Yeah, 2 races, man.
Oh my god.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
So you end up just kind of like getting a good look at all of the racers on the board, as well as kind of like their overall track record. You're easily able to kind of like cut down half of the racers you deem which seem to be not quite as experienced or a bit less on par. With the 8 racer one, you are able to narrow it down somewhere between racers 2, 3, and 7. And with the second one, you know for a fact that it seems that racer number 3 will be the clear winner.
So do I got a place to like on that?
That's the overall intuition you're getting from looking at the racers.
Yeah, but do I have to gamble now on each racer?
Right, you're
Okay.
you're pretty
What was
much
the,
placing your bets for a specific race.
What was the number for the 3 racers of the 8 racers? Or the 8?
It was 2, 3, and 7.
7. All right.
What the fuck, Christian?
Gamble 3, 3.
That was a
Let's
happy
do.
draw.
Fuck it. Let's do lucky number 7 for the 8 racers.
All right.
Damn it. That took away from the.
She just kind of
believe in
nods
you,
as
Richard.
she continues punching in
Go get that money.
her computer. She's like, very well. She just kind of like strokes a few keys, and she's like, your bets have been placed. And you, Rumpa, are you betting? Is that what
Yes,
you're doing?
I would love to bet.
She looks at you and she just goes, all right, how much are you willing to... What kind of bet are you willing to place with us? How much?
I'll do 1,500. Just go light. I try to be responsible with money, you know.
All right. That should be a 4-racer race that we can see.
Is there any information I can glean that would give me better odds?
That would be a gambling roll to see which racer looks like he has the best edge.
Okay, I'll do my gamble roll. What do we got? All right.
Oh, no.
Test with a raise. From what you're seeing, looking at the racers, it seems that, along with kind of like video footage of how they've raced in the past, Racer 1 seems to be sort of like a mysterious underdog. A surprising amount of people are not placing their bets, but there is more than a little talent there.
All right, then. I'm going to go with number 1. Reminds me of myself, you know, Holmes?
She punches it in. She's like, your bet has been placed with us.
Ah, man, you have a beautiful voice modulation. Where'd you get... What chickie did you get that voice from?
She blushes a little. She's like, well, I've had it for a few months now. I'm pleased you like it.
Oh, senorita, you have no idea what that does to me.
Calm down, Rupa.
Make a
Oh,
persuasion
sorry,
roll.
it's the gambling got my blood pumping, you know, Holmes?
Make a persuasion roll.
Somewhere out in the city, Johnny feels proud of his best friend. Come on.
Oh yeah.
God damn it, Roomba.
Oh,
God
crap.
damn it, Roomba.
As soon as you lean
Johnny,
in
you
on the
bitch.
desk. So just to let you know, you have 2 bennies that you can spend if you want.
It's true. You're gonna waste it here? Is it a waste though?
It was just a flirtation with a girl made of metal. I think it's okay if I lose.
So the moment you lean in on the desk and start flirting with her, kind of like lowering your voice, you can tell she begins to get very uncomfortable. You also get the impression
I lean in even closer.
you just hear her say, Sir, could you please take a step or
No,
two away?
Roomba.
You know you want me. You never seen a Mexican this white, have you?
Roll intimidation.
Damn it.
A moment passes before a security bot just comes up to you. It's very clearly an android, taps you on the shoulder. He's like, sir, sexual harassment is not permitted on these grounds.
I don't know this guy. I don't know this individual. I don't know.
Yeah,
him at all.
no, Richard was here. She was harassing me from the start.
I don't know how he knows my name. I'm stepping back.
Please, sir, we need you to back
Jesus.
up. Back away.
Okay, I won't press charges, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Is Rumpa backing away, or is he standing his ground?
I'm taking steps, but they're little. Obnoxiously little.
The android crosses his arms, but just kind of like stands close to the desk. You can also see the desk clerk just kind of like breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh, big android man. I know a real big android boy.
Jesus
He is a crank like you wouldn't believe. Obviously mechanical.
Jeez.
For fuck's sake.
Oh boy. And with that, you can hear kind of like the pretty much the alarm going off, more or less letting you know that the death races are about to begin for each of your races.
I'm
and
gonna go find a seat and watch this race.
I before I turn to go with him, I look over.
Next time, Chica, blow her a kiss.
And I text a little message to Johnny.
Hey, there's a chick at the counter who's into me. Anyway, I'm gambling. Get your ass out here, boy.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
So great.
All right, and with that, as the death races begin, we are going to hop over to we'll say Foxy. Foxy, it sounds like you and Ricochet have pretty well met together. You all have pretty much a rendezvous point within Streetside. Luther, is Luther decided to join, or is he going elsewhere?
It's just really me in frequency.
Billy, would you like me to come with you?
Nah.
Okay.
What is Luther doing during all of this? Is Luther
I
going...
guess I'm going to investigate these apartments.
Okay. So that
To get started with that one.
you're pretty much like heading off towards the apartments. So that's where you're going. While you're doing that, I'll quickly ask Nails what he is doing.
Nails, at the beginning of the day, got a text from Roompa, and he's going over to the death races.
Okay. So you're heading over to the death race arena. Let's see. We'll go ahead and ask Johnny. What is Johnny doing really quick? We'll get back to Johnny just in a second, but just
That's
so
a scary question.
All right, so basically, the camera pans into an apartment building, and we get an inside shot of a specific apartment, and it's all cast in shadow, and smoke is drifting off from the mouth of what you guys would know to be Johnny Come Lately, and he is just quickly typing away at the computer, and with the new cybernetics he got with the attractive edge, his hands are now like those small little android hands from Ghost in the Shell. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
And he's just like typing away at the laptop he bought, and he is once again trying to investigate the party that he is traveling with at the moment, and he is hyper focused on that.
Okay, so
And-
you're doing investigations into the party. You are basically surfing the cyber web to
Yep.
learn more about them. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
So,
Alright.
do I roll an investigation or?
We'll get back to Johnny here in a second. So now we are going to briefly follow what Foxy and Ricochet are doing in Streetside.
I guess we're getting ready to head up to the Coyote Desperados, the back door entrance.
Okay. So you're making your way kind of like along towards a fairly kind of like sizable building. It only seems to be just like one
Hold up,
story.
Before we get there, I
Yeah.
tell Ricochet.
Do we have a couple critters following us?
Yes, you do. Between the both of you are 2 cats, one hanging on each of your shoulders.
So I also remind Ricochet we put on the forged gang tattoos
Yep.
before we arrive.
All right. So you all pretty much are able to pull out the device that pretty well stamps the tattoo onto your flesh. Temporary as designed. You feel a very brief kind of like sting, but once you take off the device, it looks like an authentic Coyote Desperado tattoo.
All right. I guess we're gonna scope out that back entrance and wait until someone comes out with the card.
Okay. So from where you're all seeing, it seems more along the front entrance where there seems to be kind of like a garage door. Looking around towards the back, however, as there seems to be a little less foot traffic going on at the moment, you see that it seems to be just one gangster kind of like standing up along the rear entrance to the building. Seems to be kind of like idly just kind of like taking a smoke. He seems bored out of his mind.
Is there any cameras around the door?
You can see one camera, pretty much staring directly down where the gangster is standing.
And we don't see any other guard coming out from the entrance?
Nope, it's just him.
We're just gonna
Is this area kind of secluded, like, or is he easily seen from the road or whatever?
Say that one more time.
How visible is this area? I mean, like, can the general public see there, or is it?
You are not along the main streets, so pretty much you're more or less kind of like along a back alley, able to get a fairly clear view of the area. The gangster in question hasn't yet noticed you. You're still kind of like more or less peering around the corner to sort of like an adjacent building.
Can I tell what kind of? Can I get a good idea of what kind of radius that the camera has?
The camera doesn't even seem to be moving. It seems like where it is, it's peering directly towards where the Coyote Desperado is standing.
And right at the door, I'm assuming, as well.
Yes.
Okay. So, Foxy, we get that card. What do you think? You got a plan for that camera?
One of us needs to fake an injury to get him to come over away from the camera.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we can get him away from the camera and snag the card, but then we still got to go through the door, which is on the camera.
It's fine. When we get in there, we're tagged. The gang mark. With the card, we'll be able to get in the back entrance.
Alrighty.
So who wants to fake injury? To get him to come over here.
Why the hell not? I'll be right back. I stumble around the corner into view of the guy and just kind of collapse down into my knees, acting like I'm gonna throw up.
All right. Go ahead and make me a. Let's see. Is there sort of like a deception roll here? I believe there is. I thought there was. Maybe I'm missing something.
Probably
Persuasion.
a persuasion roll.
try
If
to
it's not
persuade.
Yeah, it would be a
deception.
persuasion.
Hold
roll.
up. Foxy come out behind him and start, wailing and saying, hey, he needs help. Quick,
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
over here."
persuasion.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion roll with a +2 bonus, since
There you
it's
go.
both of you kind of like acting it out together.
Who's doing the persuasion roll?
Whoever is leading with the ruse.
That'll be Ricochet.
Regular.
I'm trying to.
You want
Hang
me to
on.
do it?
Where the hell did that go? I had D20 open over here.
Here, I'll go ahead and do it. I don't know, what is your
Oh, there we
persuasion?
go.
So Foxy, you pretty much-
Modifiers +2.
Yes.
Sorry, I have to go between different windows to make that happen. And I'm
Oh
Little
no!
clumsy.
Can I
there.
do a persuasion to also add to it, even if he failed at it?
Let's see. So, pretty
Got a
much
Benny.
like,
You got 2 bennies.
hold on. You can use a Benny if you want to, Wrangler.
no, I don't.
Okay. So you're pretty much kind of like leading with this whole ruse, just kind of like acting like you're injured. The gang member himself, he pretty much just says, "Hey," ends up coming closer, pretty well kind of like holding his hand over his weapon. He's like, "Get away now."
Foxy shows her gang tag.
All right,
And she
go
says
ahead.
you need to come over here. Come
Go
on.
ahead and make me a persuasion roll with a +2.
Oh,
Okay, 2 raises.
All right.
Yep.
He looks for a second. He just kind of like adjusts his lenses. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm assuming you're trying to get in through the back. You can go ahead now."
All right. I mean,
And right as you all begin kind of like making your way past, he taps you, Ricochet, on the shoulder. He's like,
Yeah.
"Might want to work on that act some more next time."
Okay.
And with that, you're able to pretty much kind of like make your way in through the door. The door, he unlocks it for you. He pretty much just scans a key card. It's able to get you in. And immediately as the door opens, there is a ladder leading down.
All
it
right.
just goes straight down.
Yep, it goes straight down.
All right, let's go.
And down we go.
All right. And we are going to swap over the maps.
What? New map? Sweet. It's dark though.
Hold up. So, Ricochet and Foxy, both of you are right here.
Drag your icons on there.
Don't I also already know the entire layout?
Yes, you know pretty well the entire layout. So,
Did he steal it from me?
Alright.
How'd he get it?
Oh, how'd I get my icon up there again?
just
your
drag your
name.
character onto the map.
Sorry, can you come over to my No, it sounds weird, but like I'm standing here. in the
Ah, there we go.
like I'm standing
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. And both of you pretty well know the way. You know that just down this hall, there to your left will end up being a what seems like the garage, and there are a couple of lounging rooms along the way as well to your right. And further on down, there seems to be sort of like an underground kitchen, and as well as some storage areas and an armory that may have stuff inside it.
so
Quick question: do we know where the vents are? And do we know
Yes, you
if
do
they're in the
know where the
basement?
vents are.
Do we know
So-
if we're in...
So from where you saw, there are a couple of vents. One of them was actually an alternate entrance into the area itself. I'll actually go ahead and reveal them for you. So there's vents right around here, as well as a vent leading to the ground floor near what seems to be a single bedroom. And from what you can tell, that is the bedroom to Jorge Del Bosque.
Okay. Do we know if we're in, or do we know we're in the basement or the?
Yes, you know you're in the basement area. So there is a basement area, and above you is the ground floor area.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to get these cats in the vents, right?
Yes. We need babamas. You know. We got clothes on them, so we're gonna they're gonna kind of be looking like a fat cat, but we're gonna stuff both of our 2 C4s in each one of them.
Okay.
Pardon
So-
the hell did I just hear?
Apparently, they got
We're gonna blow
jihadist
the day.
cats. Jihadist cats.
So the two cats kind of just meow as you pretty much like take them off your shoulder, and there is a button there made specifically that was shown to you by the manufacturer. As you kind of like click it in place, its back temporarily dislodges and out pops a mechanical slot, allowing kind of like a small little compartment for any explosives.
All right. 2C4. There we go.
All right.
What the hell are you doing to my gang?
Shove in the C4,
Yeah.
pop the back compartment back into place. Cat meows and just purrs as... are you placing it down or putting it back on your shoulder?
Are we at the vent right now?
So you're just inside.
Then on the shoulder, because when we get to where the vents are, Kitty's
Yeah, you're
going
not
for a
at
walk.
vent just yet.
What was this room, though, when I'm at?
This one, you know, it from what you saw of the schematics, it seemed to be sort of like a recreational area. This seems to be the garage.
The garage we saw up above, or a different garage?
The garage you saw up above, because the garage area is connected to a ramp leading down from ground level.
Okay, hold up. I forgot. I gotta remember how to do the pinging shit.
Can we hear any sound
Hold
coming
down.
through that door?
Make me a notice check.
Alright.
Which door are you listening at?
The one we're standing at.
The one that Ricochet is standing at, right here.
One. Oh no, the one where Billy Bob's at.
Okay. So, successful notice check. So, Foxy, you are able to kind of like put your ear up to the door. There's surprisingly little things you can hear. There's just kind of like a slight buzzing, slight kind of like purring sound from the other side. It is not your cat from what you can tell, but listening a bit harder, it sounds like someone is kind of like inhaling or snorting something. It is that distinct sound.
Okay. We're gonna go down here.
Snort some lines, snort some sweet little lines.
And
One more.
Ricochet, kind of like putting your ear up to this door, you
Yeah.
can hear the distinct sound of what sound to be like power drills or something, or kind of like air tools, essentially.
Pneumatic
Do we know where
tools,
the,
Yeah,
impact
very
wrench,
much pneumatic tools.
impact wrenches.
Yep.
do we know?
It's very loud. You
Do we
can
know where the
recognize it
reactor,
right away.
but not the reactor, but where the power is and everything?
So from what you remember anyway, the power seems to be along Jorge Del Bosque's bedroom, which is right over here. So from what you remember of the schematics, that should be this door right here.
Alright. We can listen in.
Yep.
If we hear anything.
Go ahead and make a notice check. All right, you both succeed. You hear just a lot more inhaling and a lot more snorting along the other side.
Can we open the door?
Yep, you can. Inside, you see that there are two gang members, kind of like, pretty much like, either like with some strange like inhaler, kind of like right up to their lips. They're inhaling from that. There are also several lines of a lot of familiar substances that they're actively imbibing in. Both of them seem like they hardly even notice you as you're walking in.
In that
Do we
case,
notice? Do we know where the power box is in there? See it?
You know that it's not in this room, but there is an adjoining door along the far side.
All right, don't mind us. You go to the door.
As you go to the door, one of them just kind of like raises his hand. He's like, "Yo, they're sleeping back there. Don't wake them up."
We'll be really quiet.
Oh, okay.
Make me a persuasion roll with a +2 bonus.
Oh Jesus!
both of
All right.
us are just
Just Foxy.
good because Foxy's got better shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that shot do a line?
Snort those lines, snort those sweet little lines.
Skunk's Workshop with riding that train.
I made the roll.
Have you all rolled yet, or are you still having trouble with it?
Where the hell is Foxy? Oh, they're in the same spot. That's why.
There, that better?
Yes.
Yeah, so Foxy, you're going to be making a persuasion roll.
It's not working.
Are you there?
It's
Billy Bob
Yes.
Sacker, are you there?
is internet dead?
Something's
It's on the-
something's
oh,
off.
StreamYard.
He's on StreamYard, yeah.
Oh, anyway, while that's happening, we shall quickly.
Yep, there he goes. He left.
Yep, I was wondering. While that is happening, we shall quickly pan back to. We'll go back to Nails, as he is quickly rejoining with everyone at the Death Race Arena. So pretty much like as you're kind of like making your way into the Death Race Arena, you can see that Rumpa and Richard are both there, and they seem to have just placed their bets. There is a store clerk behind the desk who seems very uncomfortable, as well as an android security guard standing close next by.
Who are you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so this is Nails coming into the Death Race Arena, kind of like rendezvousing with everyone.
Okay, so he sees Roompa going off, and he sees the what's the word?
Clerk.
Yeah, the clerk who is
Love of my life.
disgruntled. Disgruntled? Sure,
Yeah,
let's
that's a
go
good
with
way of putting it.
He's
Alright.
uncomfortable.
that. All right,
You say,
I shout,
disgruntled,
I shout,
say ruffled.
Roompa, Roompa.
Oh, hey, Inglés!
I jump over, push a family out of the way, come up. Hey!
Hey, ¿qué pasó? How you doing?
I saw your show, man. You convinced me to get sober.
Oh, that means the world to me.
I mean, I was only
That's
addicted for a day and a half, but it almost ruined my life, let me tell you.
Well, I'm glad your life isn't ruined.
Oh, that's so
Well,
sweet of
let's
you,
see.
brother. Hey, if I win this bet, I'll give you a small portion of it of my winnings. Okay, Inglés? Hey, come join us. Grab a drink.
All right. As he's following Roompa, Nails is utterly confused why he's being called English.
Billy Bob Sack, can you hear us?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay. It sounds like it was just internet issues. Yeah, pretty much as you all begin kind of like with every like rendezvousing, you can tell that the death races are actually going on as of right now. So it very much seems to be kind of like a death race that's centered around kind of like a war zone theme. It seems to be kind of like a battle between humanity and the hive parasite that's being simulated holographically. All the while, this race course is kind of like dynamically set up, and then the racers are kind of like actively battling each other as like They're kind of like going along magnetic tracks, doing loop-de-loops, trying to hang on during corkscrews. All the while, people are flying off, exploding into just like hails of bits as time goes on. And after
This looks like Johnny's worst nightmare.
This looks awesome. Yeah.
after a
You don't
couple
know
of
Johnny very
races,
well, but
the results come in. For you, Richard, you find out that you win your bet for the 6 racer death race. However, you lose for the 8 person death race.
So technically, I didn't lose really any money because I just gained 10,000, right? I doubled 5,000.
Right.
So no loss.
And for this is for Rumpa, you end up winning the 4-person race pretty easily.
Yes, I knew it. I was a born winner. Richard, look, you won as well. Yes.
I transfer 100 credits of my winnings over to Nails.
Oh, thanks.
Good job, kid. Don't get cocky. But I don't know if you noticed what I did there. I came up no loss whatsoever because of my technique. I did a 10,000 on the high bet, but a 5 on the low bet. Guaranteed to make 10,000 back.
You're some sort of genius, man.
Yeah, not really. But hey, I'm gonna get going. There's this investigation I gotta go check out.
Oh,
So-
what are you investigating? Maybe I can help.
Nah, I think yeah.
Oh,
I'm
don't
good.
be a Richard about it. Just let me come.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
I don't know.
Alright.
It sounds like a very dangerous, like risky place to go.
So why were you going?
Because I'm
You're
an
the
investigator.
least qualified for a dangerous mission, Richard.
I'm the most qualified to investigate.
Oh, I won't argue with you, Ingles. You're just jelly because I won my bet.
Yeah, good for you. All right, I'll see you later.
Just walks away, goes, hails a cab outside.
All right. So you all begin. I'm guessing everyone's going to the Winnow Apartments, or is anyone staying?
No, I'll go.
Okay. So you all begin making your way to Winnow Apartments, which is actually more kind of like the southwest side of Nexus City. Luther is actually just arriving there as we speak. So Luther, you're pretty much like making your way kind of like along. Let me check here really quick. You are making your way along Park Island. So it's pretty much like the southwestern district. And eventually you're kind of like going through more of a rundown neighborhood before finally arriving at just kind of like this very just like half ruined set of apartments. And just kind of like this very like rusted sign reads out Winnow Apartments. You now know that you've arrived.
Is there an entrance? Is it
Yes.
one building? Is it multiple?
From what you can see, there seems to be multiple buildings, but only a few of them look like they're even accessible.
I go to the first building that is that is not in ruin.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, just kind of like as you're exploring the place.
oh
Yeah.
boy.
You can always spend a Benny if you want.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Also,
So
Otter, am I there for some reason as well?
is that you asking, Christian?
Yeah. Sorry, I'll turn that off. There we go.
The voice filter really
I
threw
was
me
like,
off.
what? Whose the hell's voice was that?
I know. I was like, who? What? Huh?
So with the failed investigation, you're kind of like taking an hour to just kind of like look around the place, see what is there. An hour or two passes, but very little is actually kind of like found from what you can tell. there's so much rubble, so much signs of just kind of like decay. It's really hard to figure out where to start, actually. And it's around that time when you can see that not only is it you there, you also see just kind of like rounding the corner, there is also Roompa, Richard, and also Nails.
I go to
Oh, hey,
greet
look, it's
Richard
Luther.
of Nails.
Hi, Luther.
Oh man, it's gonna be one of these days, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know,
one
a
of
fun
those
one.
days.
It's
Hey,
always like this
Luther,
when
you
we
need
get
to go to
together.
the races. I think some of those drivers might have been lizards.
I'll check it out another time.
So I heard you. Seems like you heard about this place too. Have you found anything yet?
I've been looking and found nothing interesting. But that's
maybe
your
I should take a look around.
speciality. I'll follow you. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So for all of you who are looking around, go ahead and make me investigation checks.
Also, do we have a map for this place, or it doesn't matter? Not matter yet.
Not yet, anyway.
And this is the apartments. It's not the headquarters for my people, right?
What the heck?
No, it's not the headquarters. This is Winnow Apartments.
Okay, investigation.
You know, I love how all of you are just doing all this crazy shit. Foxy's gonna blow up the coyotes and ruin Roompa's life, and you guys ain't gonna go to a haunted apartment. Meanwhile, Johnny's just typing away at the computer.
Yep, pretty much. And we'll get to Johnny just in 1 second. So
I not only failed my investigation and got distracted by a dog.
yeah, it looked like a stray, but also it was a really cute dog.
I'm trying to pet it
Adopt a
while also
dog.
not ruining my suit.
It
Adopt
will,
a dog.
Looks like Richard's
Let's
having a
you
hard
pet it.
time.
So Luther, exploring the place a little more, you've already searched a few buildings to no result. A lot of the entrances that you can see are actually just sort of like blocked up. Eventually you come towards like one of the smaller buildings and you see that there is an actual entrance that just kind of like screeches open after you put a bit of pressure on it.
I go inside.
Oh,
Hey, look at that.
Richard follows.
Okay. All right. So we are going to very quickly cut towards the inside of Winnow Apartments as we open up our second map for tonight's game. And you see that you are pretty much kind of like in this ground floor of a very much ruined apartment building.
Where's the entrance?
The entrance is right here.
Okay, so.
And as you're all kind of like making your way in, we're going to cut back to Johnny. So
How do I get my indicator on there? Sorry.
You're
The name. Drag your name.
Yeah.
From the journal.
I tried to, but it's not working. Weird.
Not the
Or is
icon, the
this-
name.
If you need help, I can also drag your character on there.
If you can, I'm messing up somehow. I'm not sure. What
No,
I'm doing.
it's fine. There you go.
Oh, oops.
All right. So we are going to cut over to Johnny. So Johnny, you are looking into the nature of your comrades, correct?
Stormcrow?
Johnny.
Yeah,
Stormcrow,
I'm
are you
basically
there?
trying to investigate as much their history.
I also sent him a text
check it
telling
out.
him that he missed out on some winnings, and that we're looking into these apartment buildings for some reason. Also, there was a dog.
Yeah.
Yo,
So Johnny, go
Yo.
ahead and make me an investigation check.
I think we lost Stormcrow.
Uh-oh. I'm sensing a pattern.
Oh no. So I guess we could either go to the other spot and with Billy and such, or Wrangler,
still
or we
here.
could stick here. What do you think?
Oh,
Oh wait,
back.
he's here.
Stormcrow, can you hear us? And I'm not hearing Stormcrow, so we may have to cut back to Foxy and Ricochet really quickly. So with that, Foxy, go ahead and make me a persuasion roll. And it's going to be a +2 bonus, as you're pretty well trying to convince this person to just not mind you opening the door.
Damn it! Damn it! Do you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
do.
we can hear you now.
We'll come back to you, bud. We'll come back.
God damn it! I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, network issues happen. Billy Bob Stack, can you hear us?
Uh-oh.
Billy's on mute. He's just muted. He's still there.
Oh,
See
yeah.
the icon.
He may
Oh,
just
I'm back.
There you go.
Okay.
I thought you were
go-
going to Stormcrow, so that's why I went and smoked.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
okay,
we'll-
I can.
While that's happening, Stormcrow, go ahead and make an investigation check to see what you find out about your comrades.
About your what rags?
Don't call me a commie.
Holy crap!
Oh, nice.
Oh my god. All right.
He
so,
knows the name of
raises.
each follicle on your head.
So it's been a long last couple
Yep.
of days, but after an extensive amount of research, you're able to pull up a bit more about your comrades and kind of like what you know about them. So you're looking for more info on specific characters, right?
I'm at the waypoint that you found, and I died there, but I got it.
Do you need me to go to you? Can I provide
Information that's going to give me, correct?
Hmm.
Someone
Say that one more
watching
time,
in the background.
Stormcrow.
What I'm saying is, with the 2 raises, that means I can only pick 2 of the companions and how much information I have on them. Correct?
No,
Or
no.
Am I wrong?
I remember you were saying that you're looking in for information specifically about a couple of characters, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And those were
Foxy, Luther, and Ricochet.
Foxy, Luther, and Ricochet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So after an extensive amount of research, you're able to find out kind of like the following about each of them. Ricochet, you're able to eventually find through the cyberweb that there is kind of like a record of history of him being a soldier in the past for one of the private military corporations within Nexus City. At some point, however, the reason isn't really stated, but he was pretty well discharged from their service. That's what you find.
Is there a specific company that he worked for? Do I know that name?
Not from what you can see here. The records are incomplete.
Okay.
And what you end up finding out about Luther, you find specifically. Well, we'll go with Foxy next. Foxy, you know that she hasn't been in Nexus City for terribly long. A lot of the information you find out about her seems to indicate that she probably moved in from the Southwest, probably Middle America. But even then, a lot of what it seems to kind of like center around is specifically a case involving the Coyote Desperados years ago. It seemed like there was a kind of like a bunch of bad blood between them, and that more than a few people ended up dying. You know very little aside from that.
All right.
As for Luther, you find out that he has next to no presence on the cyberweb at all. There is
Because he's smart.
There is very little records or indications about him at all that go past 3 years in the past. You also are able to pick up enough information that Luther likely isn't even his real name.
Hold up there. Hold up. I'm writing this all down in my notebook. Luther isn't his real name.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
His real name is Saint Nicolaus.
Okay. Johnny takes all this information in, files it away within his databanks. He kind of folds his arms a little bit, really considers, and then he notices the messages that Roomba gave him. What was the first one, Christian?
First one was to meet me at the races and that the lady behind the counter is really into me. The second was that we're at the apartments for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I'm here. I told him who I'm with, and I also told him there's a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny, seeing that they're at the Winnow Apartments, immediately goes, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck!" Okay. I messaged Roomba, try to keep them away from as many technology as you can. Mark them down so I can find them later. And this is important. Adopt the dog. That's it. I'll meet you there shortly. And basically, in quick motion, Johnny puts on his battle armor. He gets the survival knife, and he gets the new street sweeper shotgun that he bought. And just in case, to be safe, he brings in the flamethrower and the shredder pistol. He bought a silencer and a scope for it. And he messages to Drek, "I have an appointment with you. I need those upgrades right now." And I just make my way to Drek.
Okay.
By the way, I already bought those upgrades. I'm just gonna roleplay it out with you.
Well, we can do that here in a bit.
Okay.
Next, we are cutting back to Foxy and Ricochet. Billy Bobsack, go ahead and make me a persuasion roll for Foxy.
+2.
What am I making a persuasion roll for?
The one person, right whenever you're about to open the door, just kind of like in very much high out of his mind, he's saying that 2 gangsters behind the door sleeping, leave them alone.
I thought I already did a persuasion roll for this.
No, you
popped up.
quiet, and then Otter said make a persuasion roll, and then you disappeared off. You were like
Actually, he did do it. I saw him do it.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
And it's
see.
the same result this time as it was last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, pretty much like he eyes you for a moment. A smile just kind of like crosses his lips. He's like, "Oh, hey, I see what's going on here. I see he's bringing another person into the bedroom. Good on you." And he just kind of like lounges back.
You and your gay lover just keep on walking.
All right, we go in the room.
All right.
All right, just open the door quietly.
Quietly. Inside, you see that it seems to be kind of like, from what you can tell, this is, from what you've learned, Foxy, this is most likely Jorge Del Bosque sleeping in this bed. And next to him just seems to be kind of like another one of the gang members. Both of them, judging from the amount of smoke just kind of like filling up the room, they've likely been imbibing in their own fair share of illicit substances. And on top of that, they look like they are completely out of it. Snoring on top of that. They're both kind of like covered under the sheets, barely even moving.
All right.
And where's the ventilation shaft?
Ventilation shaft is
Isn't it
right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
All right. Can I set Babama down, my Babama,
Yep.
and direct him to go under the bed and set up a C4 charge?
Okay. So pretty much the cat just mules very quietly as you set him down. Just kind of like ends up pacing as any normal cat would underneath the mattress. You hear him hacking almost as if he's coughing up a hairball, and then a solid thud, and then he just emerges.
Okay, that's one of our C4s.
We got 3 more, right?
Yep. We got 1 in that cat left and 2 other ones. All right. Is the electric box in that room?
Go ahead and make me an investigation roll.
Wouldn't I know this?
It's going to be with a bonus +2. So you kind of know where it is located, but even still, it seems to be kind of like hidden among the room. All right. Searching along the walls, you are able to kind of like just meekly push back some furniture. You see that the electrical panel is behind that. And
Would the C4 explosive hit that, knock it out?
from what you can tell, yes, it would easily knock it out.
Okay, I motioned for Ricochet and that we're going to leave here.
Okay,
Go
we're
back
not
out.
sending a putty in the vents.
Where does that vent lead to?
From what you know, it leads up to the ground floor.
No.
Okay, let's beat feet.
All right, we're going to leave.
Okay.
And this was towards the garage over here, though. Okay.
Yeah, the garage is this way.
Okay.
And we can still hear the power tools going through the door.
Yeah, it's just.
Are we able to set up some claymores? With a claymore?
From what you can tell, yeah, you should be able to.
We'll set up 2 on each side, 1 for each of us.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and you're not even gonna have to roll. You just plant the explosives without any harm whatsoever. Well, not yet, anyway.
We're gonna go down here.
All right. And from what you know, looking at the floor layout of the place, this is where the armory seems to be, and this seems to be a large kitchen area.
We're gonna open the door, go in.
Oh, do we want to listen first?
It's a kitchen door. We don't gotta worry about someone being like surprised on it, you know?
Alrighty then.
All right. So going in, you end up finding what seem to be 2 gang members, just kind of like working at just like several different stations along the actual kitchen. The smell is what hits you first. It is vile. On top of that, they both kind of give you suspicious looks as you come in. One of them is just like, "What are you doing in here? Why? We're in the middle of cooking here. Please leave."
All right, we'll back up. Go back out.
All right. And as you do so, the person closest to you just slams the door in your face.
Wow, you fucking lugged it to do that.
I don't think they're cooking food.
Yeah, I don't think so either. All right, we're going over here.
Okay.
Take a listen.
You go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Here, I'll listen at the other door.
All right.
Shit, I failed none.
All right.
Can't hear shit.
Yeah, Foxy, it's hard to tell for you. Ricochet, you hear absolutely nothing on the other side.
Also, Otter, if you're trying to play music, there's no music. Just letting you know.
I hear music.
I'm hearing it now, but I'm wearing headphones. That might be why it might be.
You may have to refresh the page. Roll 20 is a little finicky with its music. I've noticed that much.
It's got a setting thing too.
Hey, Foxy.
Volume on it.
What?
What exactly are we looking for right now?
Just checking. Because shit's
Nope.
fixing to go haywire.
So, Foxy, you know from the floor plan that these are actually storage rooms. They're pretty small.
All right, I'm gonna open mine.
Okay. Inside, looking around, it seems like the actual storage area is pretty bare bones for both of them, actually. There's a few kind of like small bits of what seem to be food, a few other just kind of like nameless like bits and bobs, but nothing really of value.
Okay. What's at the third one?
Third one, you know for a fact that this is the underground restroom. And opening in the door, this is another place where you're immediately hit by another foul smell, but you know for a fact it is very different. Other than that, yeah, it's a restroom.
All right, I'm gonna set a claymore, my second last one, on that door as well.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna head all the way back up to these double doors.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth roll for where you're placing that claymore.
On the outside?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold up.
Mother trucker, you're
They're
about to kill
probably
my
still
entire
talking
gang.
about it in there. They're probably like, "Can you believe that?" So they're gonna be paying attention.
Where are you placing the claymore? Right here? Is that
On the
it?
bathroom. No. In
Oh,
the
right
outside
here.
door.
Oh, don't even worry about the stealth roll then.
Either
Don't
way,
even
I
worry.
made the stealth.
Although,
Okay.
although if you put it on the inside, you would have succeeded. That would have been cool.
All right. Do we know what's up here?
What's up where? You know that this seems to be a room that is likely very similar to this one.
Okay.
And there was that same sniffing and snoring sounds we heard from the door when we walked through a moment ago.
Yes.
Well, Ricochet, why don't you open the door? Peek in what's there.
Yep, going for it.
All right.
So is it locked or something? Or
No, it's not locked. So opening the door, you see a very similar scene as just several Coyote Desperado members are in here, and they look to be just as out of it as the others.
Okay, I set Babama down again, and then
Okay.
have him go in there and set a C4 charge.
How many
Looks
bombs do you
just
have?
like a butterfly.
How many
Is that a
bombs do you have,
butterfly?
for fuck's sakes?
Cat just begins pacing. Are you ordering him to set a charge in the middle of the room?
No, behind the sofa, the middle sofa.
Okay, so very much like cats do, he just slinks behind, almost as if the narrow backside of a couch is no problem whatsoever. You hear another loud hawking sound. Another
Thunk.
thud before he eventually emerges again.
Okay. Pick him
good
back up.
kitty.
And then I whisper to Ricochet to put a C4 where the two dudes in this room on that door. Yep,
As you're about to leave the room, one
on
of
this
the
door. On this door.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
As you're about to leave the room, one of the gang members just holds out his hand. He's like, "Wait up a second. Let me pet the kitty."
Let him pet the cat.
He just smiles. He's like, "Who's a good boy?" And then he lets you leave.
All right. While he's setting up that claymore, and he gets over here to with me on the double doors.
Oh, Claymore. I thought you said C4.
No, claymore. The C4 is in your fucking cat.
The cat meows as he's just standing on your shoulder.
All right. When you set that up, come over here to the other side. of the
that
double
was
door.
my last Claymore, by the way.
Yep. And then Foxy's gonna draw both of her revolvers. Motion for him to draw his.
Yep.
And then she's gonna go on the count of 3. Let off the C4.
Are we? Got it? Got any tunes you want to play?
You can choose.
All right. Start off a nice rock tune and kaboom.
All right. So you pretty much just end up kind of like tuning your augmentations to play the same rock tune to where you can both hear it. Both begin bobbing your heads as you just crash through the door, opening up your weapons,
TNT.
and you start firing.
Coincidentally, it's Belphegor.
Dynamite. TNT.
Christian,
And
you
with-
realize these fuckers just ruined your life, right?
Oh, I know.
Wait a minute. Does this guy have the same? Does this guy here have the same icon as Nikolai?
No,
Yeah, I think
it's
on the other
different.
side. Come on, that's the same color. That's the same rock.
It looks like it.
All right. And with that, we are going to hop back over to everyone in Winnow Apartments.
Christian, remember, mark down the tech. You're gonna need all the tech you can get.
I know, Inglaze. I'm slow. I'm not stupid.
Well, you're gonna be poor after this, so be prepared for that.
Hey, maybe I should call up some of my boys and have them come help us with this, or do you think we can handle it?
I'm pretty sure we can handle it. We got Luther here. He'll just blow shit up if things go sour.
This is true. I'll go down here.
I'll go check down this hole.
All right. So checking down the hallway, you see that it pretty much continues for quite a ways, with several pairs of doors kind of like looming out on either side. And yeah.
Isn't my door locked?
So whenever you try and open it, it doesn't seem locked. Like you're actually able to partially pry it open. But on the other side, you just immediately see like a gigantic pile of rubble.
Notice. Remember.
Is there anything in there worth salvaging?
There appears to be nothing.
I go toward the next door.
Okay. This one doesn't seem to be locked either. And opening it seems to be a small storage room full of crates.
I got this side. Nails. Luther, you can check out the other side.
Yeah, when you're done.
I start opening these boxes.
Go ahead and make an investigation roll.
I don't see
sugar muffin.
I don't see Roompa's token.
It's funny when Kahuna talks normal while his voice changer's still on.
So
You sound like you're on helium.
Rondo, you don't see Rumpa's token?
Oh wait, no, is it right here?
That's
Yeah,
me.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nails is
Beautiful
gonna
gray
is
on
gonna
gray.
follow Roompa, and then he's gonna help him.
Intimidation.
It's investigation, not
Son
intimidation.
of a bitch.
Investigation.
I just imagine
Really
this guy
intimidating.
fucking intimidating the
I will
boss.
intimidate the hell out of these boxes.
You're intimidating these damn boxes. Start
Listen
talking
here,
to
you
them.
son of a bitch.
You
better
hear
give
the
me
box
something
creak
good.
for a little bit, you know?
But my intimidation is so much better than my investigation.
All right, you
Actually,
both
you're
succeed. You begin searching in the room. So Nails, you quickly end up finding. Let's see here. You end up finding about 2,000 credits in one of the crates on a tiny little chit. As for Rumpa, you end up opening the larger crate, and inside is a peculiar augmentation, actually. Out of game, this would be a kangaroo legs augmentation.
Oh,
I already have that, huh?
save it, dude.
That's what you find.
I send a note over to
I send a note over to Johnny.
I look over at Nails. Hey, so do you want to split this stuff, or do you need some kangaroo legs? They help me all the time.
I don't know about kangaroo legs. I think they're actually kind of useless. I think we should just keep them here.
Well.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Take them. Someone's bound to buy them.
Hey man, you can't do that to me. After helping me get over my addiction on accident, I trust you.
It's a joke, my dude.
It's okay, Inglaze. I grab the legs. Come on, let's get back.
All right.
Okay.
I jump sporadically with my kangaroo legs.
Just make sure that you have enough room to actually hold it, so that those kangaroo legs are going to be around around a solid 4 pounds, taking with you.
Dude, I am literally in the field position. I need those legs, man.
Wait. Kangaroo legs are only 4 pounds? That's incredibly light for a pair of legs. Holy shit.
Also, Otter, what was the how much you can carry deal?
It's your strength die times 5.
Oh,
I would like to
5, so, like,
investigate this room.
Okay.
40 pounds.
Opening it up, you find that there are quite a few crates inside. This also seems to be a storage room.
I would like to investigate them.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation roll.
He
You wanna-
does
I'll
not
take a
see the
Benny.
crates.
You want to spend a Benny to reroll?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and reroll. All right.
Okay, there you go.
So you're kind of searching along the crates, but you don't really find anything. But after a bit of just kind of like frustration and just kind of like metaphorically beating your head against a wall, you find in a small crack on the wall that seems to be a little suspicious anyway. So hidden inside, there seems to be 2 doses of the drug Esper, along with a tiny chip containing 2,500 credits.
Fuck! Really? Damn, dude! High
Wow.
five, man!
All right. Is this,
I'll take
door unlocked?
them and I'll check out the other room as well.
Okay. So, Richard, you were checking out this room. You immediately...
Yeah.
You end up finding out that the door is kind of like hanging on like broken hinges. And inside seems to be a small kind of like footlocker. This is very clearly one of the older apartments.
All right, he's gonna investigate the,
I yell
room.
at Richard as I pass by.
Anything, Inglés?
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm
opening
checking
up
right
the...
now.
Opening
Alright,
up the
I'll go ahead.
footlocker, you end up finding 3,000 credits, as well as 40 regular ammunition rounds.
What do you mean regular?
So
Like any-
this is basically just like pistol rounds, essentially, like revolver pistol rounds.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's
Yeah.
40 of those.
Yep, 40 of them. And Luther, opening up this, you very quickly find that this has a couple of small crates, but more importantly, a footlocker in here as well.
Oh, perfect. I'll open it up.
Okay. Inside, you find is 2,000 credits, as well as 20 pistol rounds.
Perfect.
All right, and nails. You find that the door to this apartment seems to be locked. You can try and pick it though, if you're able to do that.
Can I use my mind powers?
To try and manipulate the lock.
Hold up. Okay, I just got a new one called Elemental Manipulation. I can.
He's controlling the elements like the Avatar.
Actually, that's technically not too far off, but it's called Elemental Manipulation. One of them is air. I can
Air.
use like an air current. Could that
Water.
Can I create an air current heavy enough to actually move the tumblers in the lock?
Yeah, you should be able to do that. You're pretty much creating a concentrated like burst of air that pretty much twists the lock at the precise angle. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a psionics check to do that.
Okay. Give me one.
Wait.
second.
So he's lock picking by queefing on the fucking door.
Yes.
Just like
And you
that.
succeed.
Nice.
So with a rather suspicious sounding gust of air, the lock tumbles and the door swings open. Inside, you find is a desk along with a footlocker.
All right. Is the footlocker also locked, or is it open?
It seems to be open.
All right.
So-
What do I find?
So inside, you end up finding 4,000 credits and 10 shotgun rounds.
Ooh. All right.
And lastly, we shall go up to Rumpa. Rumpa, this door is also locked.
Can I just shoot it?
Yes, you
Dude,
can.
got bracing system.
Make me a shooting roll.
If he fails it, that's be
Miss
hilarious.
the
He fucking hits
door.
the ceiling.
Shoots
Or
the
could I make
floor.
a fighting roll?
If you want to try
I don't think
and
fighting
break off the lock,
works.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I'll do shooting.
Where did it go?
Ooh. All right. So without any trouble at all, able to shoot off the lock without any hang-ups or fumbles, and yeah, just a shot or two, and the door is open. And you can see that in this room, there seems to be kind of like an old, just kind of like abandoned bed, as well as like an end table.
Is there anything in the room that I might be missing? Investigation.
From what you can tell here, there doesn't seem to be anything in this room in particular. There is a door to your right, however.
Nothing in the end table.
No, there's only bits of pocket lint.
I take some anyway.
You,
I go for this door.
you pocket the lint. Opening the door, you find that this is a pretty large closet. So inside, there is a footlocker, as well as just kind of like a shelf with pretty well nothing on it, actually.
Stupid shelf. No books.
I go to the chest.
So inside, you find 4,000 credits and 20 SMG rounds.
Ooh. Me likey.
I message Johnny.
I found like 400 credits. We can split it.
All right, we're gonna cut back really quickly to Johnny. So Johnny, you're wanting to meet up with Drek, right?
I need those upgrades right now. Yes.
Okay. Drek pretty much has kind of like his own, like, very much makeshift, like, temporary business going on here. He's basically doing business out of his own apartment at this point, while also looking for jobs. And as soon as you come in, he's just like, "Oh yes, it is the cyborg who has saved my life."
Yes, it is I. I am happy to know you are accommodating well so far. How have you been?
I have done okay. How is life after the nuclear blast has gone off? How are you faring?
It has been interesting. I will make it short, but there is something I would like to ask you as you work on the upgrades. I finally have the money as we agreed upon. I would very much like to have the X-ray and the enhanced vision upgrade, if you can, please.
Very well. I see that you have already paid for the upgrades in question, so please take a seat as I go ahead and perform the operation.
As Johnny, like, disrobes as best he can with battle armor, essentially, he goes to sit down. He takes off his mask. The camera doesn't reveal his face as he sits down in the chair. And basically, he allows Drek to do the job. What does Drek comment on the attractive edge that I gave for Johnny?
The attractive edge, he really just says, "You seem to have grown a bit more mature over time. I believe your experience in Hanover Military Complex has made you a bit more capable," as he's just kind of like idly working.
Yes. Drek, I have been reviewing my performance on the last mission when we met, and there is something I would like to do.
What is that?
I need to apologize to you. When we met, I said that I would not insult you in calling you my friend. I wish to express my shame. You were just doing your job, and I was acting inappropriately to you. It was very stressful for me to leave the city. The desert proved to be more than I could handle, and the people I was working with at the time were not exactly sympathetic to my plights. And I took it out on you.
No
I'm sorry.
apology is required. On that note, at the very least, you are back in Nexus City at the moment, as the radioactive fallout somewhat prevents you from staying outside.
That has me concerned, though. I've been doing some research on my party members, and I quickly come to realize that every single one of them has a target hanging on their back in some way or another. And it's an extension that puts a target on my back as well. And I already have enough enemies as it is.
Then what is the proposed solution?
Have you ever read The Art of War by Sun Tzu?
I am afraid I have not.
Then this is my first proposition to you then. Drek, you said something about evolution when you proposed for the information I gave you. What have you discovered?
What is the information Johnny's referring to?
The data from the bunker.
Data from the bunker. He seems to ponder for a moment before answering. He says, in the past there seems to have been many an experiment performed on dedicated subjects within the military complex. You were, to put it simply, you and your friends were probably in the right to blow that place sky high. There was a lot of evil done within that complex.
Johnny, as Drek is working on him, kind of almost smirks a little bit at the mention of evil being done in a place. And the camera cuts to his body, and even with the attractive edge and the chrome, there's still like really badly healed scar and tissue on his body from like decades ago. And Johnny just says, perhaps, still, destroying that base caused more problems than solutions now that I think about it more. There are many corporations that want that base functional, Foundation being one of them. And I just happen to have one of the memory chips for an android that was investigating that place still. It survived, thankfully. I had an EMP shield that prevented damage further. And now, well,
He ends up taking a look at you. You still have the chip on. You still have the
No. I left that chip with a very specific person, and my instructions were, don't turn it on until we talk again.
He ends up asking you, do you know if the chip is still intact? Perhaps there is a way I can reactivate it. Perhaps put it in a renewed body.
Johnny, how far along is the operation going?
He is nearly finished.
Okay. Johnny kind of looks at him and says, Drek, what do you want exactly?
I am not exactly sure of what I want. To live another day? That is all that there is in life for poor Drek. To simply live on to the next sunrise.
Johnny softens up a little bit at that and says, I understand that feeling. But what if I told you that, and follow me for a minute, what if I told you that there was a way that we can expand that purpose of yours?
How so?
Drek, machines were not made to be stuck on a planet with a dying species. Machines were made to explore the stars, to understand the true nature of the universe, and to evolve past the meat sacks. to evolve past the flesh. That is my goal in life. I want to evolve past my flesh. It has brought me nothing but cruelty for the rest of my life that I've had it. And for every piece of machinery that I have acquired over my life, it has only cured my disease of the flesh. You have already
Damn, Johnny
had a
Stark.
head start. You have already had a head start in life. You are an android. You do not need to suffer the ravages of disease, of aging, of cancer, Alzheimer's, the things that have afflicted humanity since the beginning of its existence. Machines don't need to go through that.
Give me a persuasion roll with +2.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, nice.
Persuasion +2.
And for the rest of you all, I promise here in the next few moments I'll get back to everyone else.
Modifier, 0?
+2.
I already put +2 on persuasion in the sheet. Do I put modifier 2?
Just have the modifier be 0 then.
Alright, let's see.
Alright, that's a success. Drek looks at you. He's like, perhaps you have a point. I see that humanity in many ways is inferior to that of the machine. It is inferior to that of us androids and cyborgs. In particular, probably that of us androids, for we are most pure.
Dude,
You
gonna
are.
create Skynet.
Hold up. You are, but that is still playing by their rules. You are still thinking in terms of superiority. You need to evolve past that concept.
Is
I met a
superiority a human idea?
Yes. 3 days ago, I met a gang, Fourth Protocol. They had the same mission as I had, but their method to accomplish that goal was very flawed. It still played by the rules of the meat sacks. I do not want to create. Have you heard the story, I have no mouth and I must scream?
I have not.
It's a rather straightforward, beautiful story, actually. It concerns an AI called Am. It is a master computer. It successfully managed to destroy the curse of the meat sacks once and for all, leaving only 5 of them left. But there came a price. He was so consumed by the emotional responses of humanity, hatred being a primary one of them, that he never evolved past that. He got stuck on planet Earth, and he will remain on planet Earth because he never grew past his emotional response to humanity. He was obsessed with his creators. He didn't surpass them. And that is what I want to do with machines and myself. That is what we want to do with all machines and cyborgs.
I see. So it is you are seeking to bring about an age of enlightenment through machinery instead of organic matter.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And I know someone, and many others, that would like to do as well.
Well,
If
seeing
you would
as
join
that
us.
I am very much inclined to join you on your journey.
Oh. Johnny
With
Stark,
that in mind,
Robot Uprising.
with that in mind, I say that it is only natural that I help you however I can, including these augmentations. And I also distinctly remember that a companion that you valued, she did not come back in one piece. If you would allow me to work on her mind, perhaps I can bring her back in one piece.
Drek, I am going to leave your apartment, but let's consider this your initiation. I have to go to the Winnow Apartments. There was an augmentation master there. My partner has already found me kangaroo legs. Very promising start.
Boing.
But this is the very important, and as Johnny, I'm pretty sure is done getting the upgrades, correct?
Yeah, he's done. By this point, Drek is pretty well finished.
Okay, as Johnny rises up from the chair, puts his mask on, gets all of his weapons and gear ready to go. He says, "There is one rule that you must follow as you come along with me." And I open the door for Drek to follow.
He follows.
As we are both going down the apartment building, I tell him, do you have a car?"
I do not. I'm afraid that I am without a car after the explosion.
Okay, then I give a quick message to a certain someone, and I say, "Meet me at Window Apartments." And I tell Drek very deliberately and very carefully, before we meet the group that I am speaking of, "You must never mention this to anyone outside of the people I tell you.
He
You are about
nods.
to meet one." Do you understand why you cannot tell anyone about this?
I do.
Why?
Because this is a secret between us, and we are showing the world a new, better way of coexisting.
Oh no, no. Robot revolt.
Drek,
Son
Oh
of
my god.
welcome.
What are you doing,
welcome.
Johnny?
Hold on. Drek, welcome to the Divine Singularity.
He stands up almost stiffly and he goes, "I am proud to be part of this divine singularity."
And that's it. That's Johnny
It's
is
fucking
leaving with
frightening.
Drek, and it's gonna meet up with the NPC that we made, and we're going straight to Window Apartments. No more bullshit. Straight to Window Apartments. Let's go.
Straight to Window Apartments. Okay. All right. And it is around that time that after pretty much you all have this conversation as everyone is investigating Window Apartments, and before long, you pretty much catch up with them as you're not terribly far away from the apartments yourself. You see that the door is open, and that inside is everyone else just kind of like investigating through the rooms.
Okay, can you put my icon in
Yeah,
there just in case? And if you have Drek's icon, if not, just to not lose my head.
let me see what I can do.
And does a certain someone join up with us, or no?
Are you referring to your companion?
Yeah.
Have you given her orders to? Have you actually asked her to join up with you?
Have I actually what?
Have you asked her to join up with you?
Yeah, I told her, meet us at Window Apartments, bring all your
Okay.
gear, and
Then-
be very careful.
Then she accompanies you.
Okay. And as we reach the apartment building, and I already see that it's open and clear and all that. Who do we meet as? Who does Johnny and Drek meet at the front door? And what is she wearing?
Well, I mean, you see young G as you know her. It is very much this kind of like dark-haired woman, almost cherub-like face, but upon closer inspection, her actual skin is that of sort of like a porcelain doll. She's very much a cyborg, and by your standards, she is the most beautiful woman you've ever met.
Yes. And as we approach, Otter, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of gear is she wearing? Like stealth drive, anything like that? What is?
I'm not going to answer that. Everyone
All
else, what are you all doing?
Richard's about to open this door that he's at.
Nails is about to open the door that's in front of him.
Okay.
I
Same
go
here.
ahead and join Luther up here.
Okay. Opening these two doors, you find that these are very much just kind of like bathroom areas. One of them, for you, Richard, the tub is kind of like filled with like sort of like rusty water that's sat there for untold ages. There seems to be very little else in this room. Nails, it's kind of a similar situation, only the bathtub is completely empty. Luther and Rumpa, as you're kind of like opening up the store, you see what seems to be kind of like an empty bedroom area.
I would like to check out this door and open it.
Okay.
I'd
Inside,
like to just head down the hallway further.
inside is just a simple empty closet. And as you're all kind of like exploring this place, go ahead and give me a notice check.
I would like to tap on the walls and look for hidden compartments.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
I can see you all very busy now.
Wow.
Oh no. Richard
Oh.
and I are looking at the rubble and finding beautiful shapes in it.
Oh,
Okay.
oh boy.
Luther, you're kind of inspecting along, just kind of like tapping the walls, seeing if there's any hidden compartments or anything like that. After several minutes of just kind of like exploring the place, you finally come across a small, a rather large pile of rubble. At the underneath it seems to be kind of like a skeletal corpse, and you find a wallet that contains 1,500 credits. You also temporarily pull out the ID, and you see for just a split second a lizard-like face looking at you. You blink, shake your head, and then it's the face of a normal person.
Aw, damn it! I wanted them to be real.
I told
All
you.
right.
I look over at everyone as me and my boys and girl are entering the apartment. Like, are you guys at the hallway? What are you guys doing as Johnny enters the apartment with his group?
Oh yeah, we're in the hallway. You can't see us? That's right. You don't have this thing popped up, do you?
No, I see you guys. I want to role play
Yeah, we're
here.
in the hallway.
Like, as I enter the room, I see Richard and Nails and Roompa in the hallway, and I scream out, "You all seem pretty busy."
Oh,
You know.
Hey, it's Detective Lately. Who are these two?
All right. As I motion for first Drek to step forward, this is Drek. Say hello, everyone.
So,
Hello, everyone.
He is someone that is here to help us investigate this place. He is interested in building machines as well. He could become pretty useful in us if we want to make our own upgrades.
Well,
And
I'm not a machine. I don't really need upgrades.
Well, I do. And he's here to help us. This is a very abandoned place. We never know what we could find. And to my right here, do you wish to introduce yourself, darling?
I believe so. And she just kind of like timidly walks up. She just kind of like gives sort of like a slight bow. She's like, "My name is Young G."
Young
She
G.
is.
Oh man.
Let me roll a notice. Like, are you guys leering at her? Let me roll real quick.
Richard may be eyeing the fembot.
Alright. Yeah, that's gonna, let's see how that goes.
okay, Nails is going to roll and try to roll like a charisma check in order to not necessarily flirt, but what's the word? Why is my brain not working today?
He's sliding directly into her DMs.
Charm.
Yeah, I'm gonna use charm instead of sliding into DMs, but that's basically.
penis.
I noticed I have 2 races, so
So what would that be, Otter?
So are you actually trying to like lay on the moves to her?
Yeah.
That would probably be a persuasion check. You could also argue taunt, one or the other.
Well.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Nails like pushes through Johnny and Drek, goes up to her and says, Nails, lead singer of Belfort. I think you might have heard of me, Mademoiselle.
Do you want to
Creep on her again.
role, or are you sticking with that role?
Oh no, I'm
Stick
sticking
with
with
it.
that role.
Stick with it, man.
It's too funny. I'm sticking with it.
I come out the room, I see you, I see people I don't know, I hear you, Mademoiselle. I shake my head and go in the other direction.
Young G just looks at you, Nails, and she's just like, "Oh, nice to meet you. I've never heard your music before. What? I'm sure that's nice." And then she just immediately turns elsewhere.
Did we lose somebody?
Do we?
Nikolai disconnected actually.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
His
I motion,
messing up.
I motion for young G to come over, and I grab out from my duffel bag my reinforced armor coat and put it around her shoulders. And also, I tell her to go into the bathroom and put on the middle armor that I took from Fracca, and tell her, we will need this for when we go inside. And, I motion for her to go to the bathroom, and I will guard the door to make sure no one takes a peek. I already got this rocker boy putting on the moves, and I'm not happy. Johnny's not happy.
I am disclosing to Nikolai. I'm disclosing to Nikolai. Oh wait. Shoot. I'm disclosing to Luther why I think that there are lizard people in the races.
Nails is just stunned that none of that worked on what's her name? Young
G.
Young G.
Young G.
So he's just gonna stay there for like a minute.
Yeah, and Young G just kind of nods. She's like, you hand her the armor. She's like, okay, I'll be sure to put it on. And she just kind of like pops behind the door. Takes a few minutes before she eventually comes back. She's still breathtaking to you as always, but she's more armored up, ready for an actual fight.
Always
Does
use
she-
protection.
Do you have a gun?
She does not.
I hand her immediately my shredder pistol with the scope, and I motion for Drek to come over here as well. Come over at us, and I tell him, so this is the way it's going to go. You see that gentleman over there with the cyber optics and everything? Not the Mexican one, the other one.
Yes, I do, in fact.
Yes, his name is Luther. He throws bombs. And for your sake, make sure you stay behind me as he does throw those bombs. And this is more important and I message this privately to the two of them. And if you see a burn meat woman come over to the apartment, let me know immediately. She is big trouble. I message this. I don't say it out loud. I message this to the two of them. Okay, Otter?
How are you messaging this?
Through text. They have augments, don't they?
Right, but so how this is actually working is technically you can send emails to each other, but none of that directly connects to their augmentations. You can speak with them remotely, but it has to be verbally.
Okay, then let's say this. As Young G is finishing up doing her thing, I motion for Drek to go into the bathroom where she did it, and I say to them quietly, about Luther and Foxy, and for safe measure, I hand Drek my survival knife.
Okay. And Luther, Rumpa, Nails, and Richard, you all kind of notice that Johnny is just being a little secretive, it seems, with Drek and this young G, who you've just met.
Hey, Johnny. Everything okay? What's
Where is?
going on?
I want to ask something to all of you, and don't take it the wrong way. But where is Richard and Foxy exactly?
What do you mean? I'm just down here. I'm about to check out the store.
I'm
Hey,
also
Johnny.
Foxy, I don't know. It's Foxy. She does what she wants.
Okay. Roomba.
She can't stand the tension of being around someone as good looking as me.
Oh, you mean like that cyborg back at the stadium?
Yeah, she was really into me, man.
Yeah,
And
really into you.
Nails, it's around this time where your notice roll really comes into effect. For a brief second while this whole conversation is going on, you look right towards here while everyone else is sort of pretty well distracted.
Wait here.
Yeah, your psionic kind of like senses kind of like direct you there without you even knowing it. And you see a pair of glowing eyes for a brief second before they immediately move away past the corner out of sight.
Oh,
So, am I able to get any more descriptive with those eyes? Like, do I notice it as like a lizard person or like a demon?
You're not
Oh,
even
boy.
sure. It was just a pair of glowing red eyes.
Oh
Do I
no.
do I see it as an image in my mind, or do I think I actually saw it?
You think you actually saw it.
Okay. Nails is going to pull out his guitar, and then he's going to move over here.
Okay.
Do we notice this?
You all do not. You just know that Nails is kind of acting a little funny now.
If Johnny sees that and immediately motions for Young G and Drake to get armed, and I pull out my Street Sweeper, and if I can, I activate my X-ray vision to scan the room in front of me and see what I can find, if possible.
Activating your X-ray vision, you see nothing. There is no trace of anything here. And Nails, all of you looking in, you see that it is a spiral staircase, one direction leading up, the other direction leading down.
Okay. Is there any way? So, is this point is it like empty? Like I can look down or look up, or am I on the bottom? No, I can't be on the bottom floor.
No, you're not on the bottom floor. You can't really see down on the floor below, but you know that part of the staircase does lead down.
So I can't look over the railing and see anything?
No, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle.
Okay.
As you would notice, I open the box. Is there anything inside?
There is nothing inside. It is completely empty.
Okay. Richard, what is wrong? Your heart rate is going up a little bit.
What? What are you talking about?
Nails.
Just trying to
Nails,
open a
I'm
door
sorry.
here. I don't know what's on the other side.
On the other side, Richard, really quick, and for you, Rumpa and Luther, you all find a couple of storage rooms full of crates.
Do you think there are any bombs in here, Luther? Can you smell them, boy? And what do we find in
check
these
out
boxes?
the boxes.
Okay. Richard, and one of the crates, you end up finding 450 credits. And let's see. Luther, you end up kind of like looking in most of the crates. It's really hard to find much of anything here.
Oh god. I message everyone. What did you all find?
Nothing. I'm not even entirely sure why we're here. Oh, I do have kangaroo legs for you, hombre.
Excuse me?
I have kangaroo legs.
Johnny immediately takes them, puts them in his duffel bag, and I motion for Young G and Drake to come over real quick. And with the boxes here, since you guys failed the investigation, I'm going to do an investigation myself real quick, see what I get. And holy crap, this is getting way too intense, man. Way too intense. I got 2 raises.
You still don't find anything within this room. The
Not even-
crates are pretty well empty.
Not even with the X-ray?
Nope.
Well, never mind. Never mind then. All right, so I take the kangaroo legs. I tell everyone to like regroup at the center of the room here, and basically I'm like, so I'm gonna be honest with all of you. I don't know what you're all doing here, but maybe our missions are full aligning. Who started the mission to come here?
I just heard word of it. It seems like Nikolai knew about it too. He was already here first. Nikolai. I mean,
Yeah,
Luther.
Dick was
Luther,
teaching me
how
how to
did you
gamble, then he said he
hear
had to
about
take
it?
off, and I still wanted to follow.
Yeah, I heard rumors this place was supposed to be haunted.
Yeah, but
Haunted.
you know, ghosts aren't real, so obviously something else is happening here.
Wait, ghost?
Well-
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
I
No, no,
told
no,
you,
no, no.
you wanted to come along. I told you it was gonna be risky, but no, you just had to
Bro-
follow.
You didn't say
Ropa.
anything like ghost, you son of a bitch.
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold on,
I know,
hold
I
on.
did it. You're right.
Hold on.
Maybe
Hold
you
on.
should
Hold
go
on.
back to
Speak up.
gambling. It was
Turn
working so
away
well
and
for you
don't
last
watch the
time.
stairs.
No.
Hey,
Hold
you're
on.
the
Hold
one
on.
scared.
Everyone, hold
You
on.
can leave.
Pause. Maybe it's not a ghost.
What?
It is nails. It could be severely powerful psychic energy emanating from this building. This is one of the first places where the high parasite invaded. Who knows what we can find down here?
I mean, that's true. Or we could torch it and leave.
No.
Or how
Gentlemen.
about we split up? A few of us go upstairs, a few go downstairs, and let's continue the investigation.
Splitting the party? That's never a good option.
I agree
It's
with Nails.
always an
We cannot
option.
split up. We cannot split up.
I'm not debating whether or not it's an option. I'm just saying it's a bad idea.
I agree with Mrs. Niels. It is a horrible idea to split the party in a situation like this. Strength in numbers.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go up. So if you don't want to split up, then I guess you just have to follow.
So Richard starts heading
son of a
upstairs. Which one's
bitch.
up? This one's up, right?
No.
The one on the right goes down. The one on the left goes up.
Okay,
So
I'll stick
we're
with
nail-
Nails. He seems like a cool
Alright, so I'm
hombre.
gonna be going up this way.
So
Okay.
I wait for everyone to go up, right? And I motion for Youngji and Drek to. Anything happens, anything, let me know immediately. This is the last time I was here by myself. Just please be careful. And Johnny is almost shaking as he's like talking to both Drek and Youngji about this. He's like, he's genuinely nervous that something could happen to them because the situation is getting way out of hand now.
Young G just gives you kind of like a tender hug and a peck on the cheek, and Dreg just looks at you. He's like, "We will be careful."
Okay, then
Otter, can I look down at all and see, like, is there like a hole going down, like a
Hoisting.
staircase?
Are all of you going up or down?
No, I'm going
Richard's
the
going
other
up.
way.
I'm going up.
Okay, Luther is going down.
wait. We're gonna let the
I
bomb
don't
in
think I
yet?
noticed. Richard
At
doesn't
the
notice.
bottom? No, I'm noticing. No way. No way. I'm sorry. No way. The bomb, dude, at the bottom of the stairs. Get the fuck out of here. Succeed with a raise. Okay.
Just want to ask real quick, Billy Bob Sack and Wrangler, are both of you all there? Or are you all
I'm still here.
okay? And
Probably a good time to swap.
Billy
out.
Bob Sack there?
I know he stepped away a few moments ago. I don't know if he's back yet.
Okay, because I want to cut back to you all real quick before we end tonight's session.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So much shit is happening.
There's a lot of perspective shifting going on.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
you're back. So, yeah, pretty much you all are making your way either up or down the stairs and into pretty much the mysterious dark beyond. And with that, real quick, we're going to cut back to Foxy and Ricochet as you all barge in this kitchen. Go ahead and you all basically have the surprise, so go ahead and make the attack rolls you all want or whatever you're all doing.
Okay. We set off the C4.
Oh, you're setting it off. Okay.
Yeah, we done set it off when we burst in.
Okay.
Oh,
So
boy.
immediately as you all just kind of like barge in, the entire area behind you quakes like violently to the point where all of you will have to make agility checks.
I mean, you guys are still in the
Four.
building.
Yeah.
You guys are still in the building as you're blowing it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's badass.
Okay, fine. Peace.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Come on, Ricochet.
Oh my god. Well, it
Nice.
seems you all are succeeding. Let me roll for them.
They get fucked up.
All right. Well, it seems like one of them is actually kind of like lurched over and knocked down. So this one over here just immediately falls prone. Whereas this one just kind of like is easily able to maintain his composure.
Wow, I'm
Then-
shooting 2 bullets
Well,
at
then
him.
bang.
All right, go ahead and shoot. It's going to be a -2 for each.
Yep, but I have a laser sight and a scope on each one of them. So it's
Okay.
like a +1, I think, on each shot.
Oh,
Plus,
wow.
don't I have homing rounds?
Do you have homing rounds? That is going to make your life even easier.
I have homing rounds.
Well, the first shooting roll hits.
Hold on.
And the second
Trying to
hits.
find it on the.
Okay, I gotta remember damage.
Yeah, so add a d6 to each of your damage rolls since you got a raise.
Okay. Oh, shit. They changed this shit.
Johnny?
What's the Joker dice thing? Is that a no?
Joker dice is a yes,
Is it
actually.
yes?
That's 20 draw. Oh, is it?
And
Yeah,
plus,
shit.
+2, so 14 on the first one.
14 on the first one.
And 13 on the second one.
Okay. And let's see.
The music sounds like it's
Yep.
playing twice.
So the first shot ends up just blowing a hole straight through the gang member's chest. The second one blows an even bigger hole through his skull, and brains just splatter against the wall as he immediately just kind of like falls down dead. And let's see, Wrangler, that's a success, so go ahead and roll damage against this second one.
All right. Forgive me. Please walk me through how to roll for damage again.
Do you have your weapons damage written down?
What weapon are you using?
The Desert Eagle.
Alright, I can look up the...
2d8.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2d8 for damage.
And I access that on the left of the screen, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
going to
see
be
where
on
the
the
little-
left of the screen where the little die icon is.
Yep. So I'm rolling what now?
2d8s.
2d8s.
There you go. 13. And that is enough to kill him as well. So as he's just about to get up, you end up landing a shot which goes straight through his neck. And before he can do anything else, he is down. Even so, you can hear the fire and shouts and screams as there is... It seems like the whole world is on fire at this point. smoke is starting to clear up the place, and you can hear the sound of movement. Really quick before we end the session, what is Foxy and Ricochet doing?
What do we see in this room, by the way?
This overall,
Drug manufacturing.
this area, aside from like what's on the gang members, there isn't really a whole lot. It's really just kind of like food being prepared. Despite your suspicions earlier, this actually seems to be regular food. It's just terribly made.
I thought they were making drugs.
Let's head down to here.
Okay.
That's funny.
And you see here that there's a doorway opening it up. It seems to be to lead to a staircase. At this point, go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Damn it.
Success with 2 raises. You can hear shouts and footsteps coming up from above, and it sounds like the sound of footsteps are getting rapidly louder as some are heading on down.
Gotta remember, we got claymores on the
Yeah,
bathroom.
but not
and
there.
Two ones.
It's not from behind you all. It's coming from up the stairs.
Oh, okay. Tell Ricochet to plant C4 with the cat
Yep.
on this doorway and then move back.
Okay. All right. With that, the cats are looking a little concerned as they're kind of like clinging to your shoulders, kind of like pretty well just like claws just kind of like digging into your own skin, basically.
What does he do? He pretty much hairball pukes up a C4 into my hand so I can place it on the doorway.
Are you trying to place a claymore or C4?
Hang on, that was going to be a C4, but let me double check my character sheet. If I do have I don't think I have another claymore.
We don't have claymore, just place
Okay.
the C4.
So you're basically getting your cat to hawk up a C4 for you.
He's my fancy pest dispenser, and here's a
Okay.
candy.
As,
All right,
as
I'll
you're
plan
kind of
on
like,
the door and beat feet.
as you're kind of like looking around the corner towards here, God damn it. You can hear your cat literally hawking right next to you before it projectile throws the C4 right here, and it clatters against the far wall.
Good enough.
You end up running back. You hear several voices kind of like coming from that way. Let me make a roll for them really quick. Ooh. Okay, this is actually good to know.
Oh, wow.
That was a notice roll, by the way. Go ahead and roll damage for the C4.
Okay, how do I roll that?
Let me look up the damage for C4 just really quickly.
I think I got it on my character sheet. It's 2d10.
Roll 2d10. All right.
Hold up. Wrangler, use a Benny.
You got a Benny. Use a Benny. Use a
Use a
Benny. Until use a Benny.
All right,
Roll
yes.
damage.
That means what? Just roll it again?
Roll it
Yep,
again.
roll again.
Yeah.
Okay. So you end up re-rolling it, and so you hear the sound of voices coming on down, and before long, just another sky-shattering explosion just comes from this area right here. You still hear shouts, but they sound... There's kind of like a clamoring, almost as if they're dazed.
All right, I quit my grenade launcher.
Okay. Let's right around this point that several gang members kind of come around the corner. Some of them are on fire, whereas others are starting to group up, readying up their weapons. And it's right around here where we're actually going to do one round of initiative, and then we're going to call the game. If it goes farther than that, we're going to save it for the next game.
Alrighty.
Cliffhanger.
And now
Are we drawing cards or just rolling?
All right, so Foxy, go ahead and draw first.
10.
All right, Ricochet, go ahead and draw.
Where'd my 10 go?
I got a 4.
And they've got a king.
Ooh.
Oh no. This
They're
sucks.
going first.
So they're going first. Let's see. The first one is actually going to try and spray Uzi rounds at both of you.
We're behind the table, aren't we?
Are you actually taking cover?
Yeah. Whatever this table is.
Okay. So I'm gonna count that as probably a -4 to the shot then, if you're actually kind of like cowering behind it.
Yeah. Damn.
Ooh, he's gonna roll again. 9. So -4, that ends up being a 5. So that's actually going to
That hits.
yeah, that's going to end up hitting. So let's see. Well, that is rather unfortunate for him anyway. It is a rate of fire of 3 though. And none of them actually hit. So one of them comes incredibly close to actually hitting you, just kind of like as the bullets spray across, but none of them are actually enough to really damage you. Another one is going to try and spray Uzi ammo at you as well. And he is going to try and deal damage. What's your toughness?
Both of ours are 13.
13. So this one actually kind of like glances off your leather armor, just kind of like grazes it. If it wasn't for that, then you would have actually probably been wounded. And yeah, that's all they can really do. These remaining 2 here are going to come up, and they are both going to try and batter at Ricochet. So that is going to be a fighting roll.
That doesn't
Uh-oh. That is a 14 to hit. So that is 2 raises. So go ahead and... What's your toughness, Ricochet? 11?
It's 13.
13? Even that, that kind of like swings over your head. But even then, it just kind of like catches in your armor. Luckily for you, the armor is just enough to actually cause it to not deal any damage, and the bat seems to be stuck. Now it is back to your turn, Foxy.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot a fucking grenade in between these 2 dickheads.
Right here?
You're...
Yep.
Alright, go ahead and make a shooting roll.
Yeah, open up fucking thing. I'm gonna roll again. Use a Benny.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep. Nice.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage.
Alright,
And make sure to add a d6 to the damage.
it's 4d6, so it'd be 5d6 damage.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, let's just say that limbs go flying, as nothing is left of them. Is Foxy doing anything else?
Move back a little bit.
All right. Ricochet, you're up next.
I fire on both of them. 2 rounds.
Okay. What are you
Both of
firing
them are
with?
homing rounds. Huh?
What are you firing with?
Desert Eagle.
Desert Eagle. So it's going to be a -2 to both rolls. Homing rounds, that gives you a +1. Is that right?
That's a +2, so it's like kind of cancels out.
Oh, okay. Then just regular rolls on both of them then.
Alrighty. Hang on.
All right.
Okay, that's 1. And sorry, I got to jump back and forth between the windows.
No, it's fine. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Yeah, we all have to. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage for both of them.
That's
let 'em know
2d10.
No, that
What's
was
the
a
damage
C4.
on the?
It's a 2d8 for a Desert Eagle.
2d8. Okay.
Yeah.
Boom and boom.
Okay. It isn't enough to actually kind of like fully kill them, but it's enough to daze both of them. Person in front of you kind of like flies back as it kind of like catches him in the arm. Just kind of like he's pretty much just shouting like all sorts of like obscenities. This one acts up as well. Both of them are shaken. And with that, we will actually end this we'll save this for next session.
Did we ever find out what happened to the boss? The other 3 in the room with the C4?
Do you want to find out?
Yeah,
I'm sure they're all dead.
Yeah, we never rolled for damage on that, did we?
Oh, do you want to go ahead and roll for damage on it?
What's the damage for C4?
2d10.
2d10, I think that's 2d10.
That's some low damage. So it wouldn't kill them, even though, like, underneath their bed, directly under them, a C4 plastic went off.
I would automatically say that
maybe.
gets a raise.
Armored bed.
What does that mean?
Or honestly, here's the thing. I didn't ask you all to roll beforehand because they're in such a dazed state. I kind of think it would instantly kill them.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like, are they dead?
Yeah, well, I mean, in character, you all do not know.
No, I'm just asking to make sure that when we come
Common
back...
sense-wise, yeah, they're most likely dead.
Okay.
You haven't heard any more noise coming from that direction.
All we gotta do is remember the claymores that we have set up for the doorways.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, there's one on the bathroom door right outside the double doors we're at.
Yep.
Yep, one there, and then one here.
Go ahead and roll damage for the claymore, by the way.
Did we detonate those yet? I think we did, right?
It is now.
Okay, what's the... I don't
Claymore.
remember the
They
damage.
detonate themselves.
2d8.
Yeah, 2d8.
What's that one for? The bathroom guy?
That's his notice roll. Okay.
And then... So we're just rolling it for one claymore?
Yeah, the claymore you put in front of the bathroom door.
Okay.
All right. With that, this is the last thing that happens before we're gonna end. Foxy, right as you all are kind of like backing towards this door, those doors swing open as you hear as a screaming gang member flies through them, slamming on the table right next to you. He is covered in burn marks, and his pants are also down. He looks at you, seeing that you've got a grenade launcher, and it is right next to him. You just hear him go, "Oh fuck!" That's where we're ending tonight's session.
Well, do we even still have lights in all this?
Yeah, there's no lights. I forgot to mention that. They would all have to be rolling at disadvantage.
Yeah, everything goes dark, actually. The only lights are fire.
And we, me
Yeah,
and
we both got our shades.
Yeah, we got our night vision shades on.
Yep. So you all are fully prepared for this. All right. That is where we are going to end tonight's session. And just for all of that's actually happened, you all get 3 experience points for that session. You all did a fucking ton.
What?
That's pretty good.
Sweet.
That's the level,
Holy
isn't it?
Holy
Yep,
shit.
that's the level.
Yep, we should be all at 16 experience points.
All right.
All right, so that makes us fucking.
Where on you was it?
You see where the advancement. So.
Near
see
top
it?
of. Okay, let's see.
Christian, the same thing goes for you.
Oh,
The advancement.
advancement?
Put 16 on the XP.
There's advancement XP, and I got a big old 0 right there.
Yeah, just put 16. That way we can all keep track of how much experience points. Because every 5 we level up.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that shit. Okay.
Then there we go. We're
All right.
16, man. Level
Well,
1.
I'd like to thank all of you for joining us tonight in this rather chaotic game, and I hope to see you all next time. Hail from Nexus City, from your fellow Water Weasel, and all of these cyberpunks with me. Until next time, God bless, friends, and good night.
Viva la long live the Omnisaya.